Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Fishing Barents Sea. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. So, one thing that is really nice about this boat, especially once I got the upgraded radar, the top level radar, this thing's great for opening up parts of the map. I mean, take a look here at how much of the map I have opened up now. All that's because this boat is just really good at doing that. Oh, wait. Lance, get to work, man. I was wondering when you were going to do that. Okay, let's slow this down. This is our last net. And I'll explain more of that in a minute. But one thing this boat is not good at is handling. This thing is the brontosaur of the sea, I tell you. In any sort of heavy weather, when you got some decent waves, this thing handles like a cow. It's horrible. I also have to say that I am dead set against net fishing now. We have topped out our redfish quota. Is that we have a redfish right there. I was wondering what was going to happen when we got more. Obviously, we're still catching them. But we've topped out our redfish quota. Yeah, we got 108 redfish, and we can't. I guess we can't sell them because we're over our quota, and 46 cod, and we're very close to our quota. And that might even put us over our quota on cod. So it's time now for us to go ahead and get into crabbing. So that is what we're going to do next. As soon as we get these nets, this is the last two nets I have out, and I don't think we're going to do nets after this. I think we'll go with crabbing and with lines, because the nets you can't, you have no control over what fish you catch. It's just going to be whatever is out there. And I've tried to avoid the areas with cod, but they tend to be pretty much everywhere. And so even though we've barely touched our pollock quota, we've barely touched our haddock quota, but we've finished off our redfish and our cod. Now those are the ones that make us the most money, but what are you going to do? Alright. And we'll haul this one in. So yeah, this will be our last net. And now I'm sort of wondering what I want to do next after this. I think at the end of this episode we will buy a new boat. You can see we've got quite a lot of money. Made a lot more than I actually expect. Actually, you can't see on the screen, can you? But yeah, we're over $3 million krones, which is, I don't know. Yeah, I'm confusing myself. Why don't you just shut up? Shut up, Growler. I said it first. Just because I'm confused about currency. I wish we could just change the currency just to make it so you don't get so confused. Normally I like it when like prices are in local currencies, but if I can't figure out what they're supposed to be called, that frustrates me. And maybe that's my own fault as much as anything. Oh, more redfish. And I'm willing to bet we're not going to make any money off of these. We may actually have to pay a fine for having caught some of these. We will find out when we get back to shore. So yeah, I'm trying to decide whether I want to go, well, what kind of boat I want to go with. Yeah, I know we've reached my quota on redfish. I'm surprised we haven't reached on cod, too. Alright, so let's head back. There. Is anybody gonna get in our way? Nope. How about that? Now something's in our way, but we're home. Okay, I forgot to do anything with Lance. Oh well. He rarely gets much of that done anyways, so big deal. We'll go ahead and do these fish. So yeah, I'm sort of torn. There's two different boats I'm looking at. One is, so the one we were looking at the end of the last video, I sort of cut off most of my conversation about it because I was trying to trim the episode. It had gotten so long. But that one that you saw right at the end of the last video, I was looking at that one because I want to see that particular style, that one with the cabin in the back like the pilot house in the back like that. I thought that would be really cool to check out and just see what it looked like, what it was like to run that boat. But I'm also considering going with a bigger one, that one really ungainly looking one. I figured out it's ungainly because the deck is covered. It looks ungainly, I should say, because the deck is covered. But we should have some options with this much money. That's it. And let's go ahead and dock. So yeah, we couldn't sell those at all, which meant we didn't make a whole lot of money. I changed to smaller nets. We've been taking a lot of hull damage. I don't know why. Refuel. And we'll repair. We're only on one net. I got rid of the 165. We just were continually overfilling. And I think that was still counting against our quota, even though we couldn't bring it back and sell it. So I went down to the 120 meter nets. And that seems to be working out just fine. So now we know we can't use, the longest or the biggest nets on these things. And same thing, I think with this one we could use the longest lines. The other one I was looking at had the one we were originally looking at getting, this one, the Sharkin. This one could do up to 5,000 hook. That's 500 meter lines. And that was, I was doing that when I started with that one in the tutorial, and it was too much. Okay, so, what are we at? We are 3.4 million, and we are going to switch over to crab fishing. Okay, pot hauler. Yes. So now we will come back to... So I upgraded the searchlight at 1.2, got the nice searchlight. I don't know if it really makes any difference, but... Let's come to here. Pot, bait, barrel. What? I don't understand what any of this stuff is. Buy a pot. 500 bait. What? Holds up to 100 crabs. I have no idea how this works. Hang on, I want to look back at this again. We can have 8 small crab pots. I don't think I want 8 of them. Is there anything new here? Nope, nothing new there. And I don't know what any of this does. What is the barrel for? What is the barrel used for? Let's get 2 of each. And go try it out, I guess. Alright. Can I get up here? Yeah, I can. Okay, so we've got these barrels. We've got this here, little winch there for bringing that in, and here's our crab pots here. And that must be our bait bucket. Okay. Let's go ahead and get going, I guess. So I don't know how this is going to go. Might as well get our first experience with this in this boat. And then... I don't think we can afford to... I think because the big crabbing boat is way too expensive for us. So I don't think we can afford to get that. Wait, king crab. There we go. Okay, where do we want to go for king crab? Up there. Okay. Okay. So let's travel up here. Get ourselves some king crab going. Okay. Lance, cook, repair, hand gut. Do you hand gut crabs? I'll put him on the hand gutting station. We'll see what happens. We don't seem to be able to do anything. Line info. Gear on boat. Unbaited long line 2. We have nets. We have 2 small unbaited pots. Oh! Hey, we just got a new certificate. You got the skipper certificate, Growler. You are now a skipper. Woohoo! Wow, I didn't think we traveled that much. Okay, let's cut the engine. Let's get up. Can we do anything with this stuff? What's in here? Nothing. Nothing we can do there. Oh, we got a different little rail thing here. We can't do anything with that. Okay, I'm totally confused. What are we doing wrong? Let's go over to here. Let's go back to port and see if we need to do something there. So I don't see anything saying how we would bait any of this stuff. You can go back to resting. Wonder where he's going. Lance, where are you going? I'm not telling. Alright, so let's go back to here. Back to here. See, I don't understand this at all. How do we bait these things? Fuel. We can't do any upgrades or anything here. You can't do anything. I don't get it. I don't know what we're doing wrong here. Alright. The heck with this then. I'll have to figure out the crabbing some other time. I mean, we've got the boat. It's set up for doing crabbing. We just need to figure out how to do it. Let's head back to the main port, to Hammerfest or whatever it's called. And from there, we will go ahead and get ourselves a new boat. So we can go back to fishing. We are going to switch back to line fishing. Like I said, I don't like the net fishing. I think I said it earlier. I don't like the net fishing because you can't control what you're catching. And I tried to control it by staying away from the cod-rich areas, and we just ended up maxing out the redfish instead. So it didn't help. Move on. Yeah. Need to explore. I have explored. Alright. So yeah, at least I'll be able to fool around with crab fishing on with this one on my own. But I'm going to have to figure out... And most of the I could have read the instructions on it, I guess, but the instructions for the net fishing were basically just follow the on-screen instructions. There was no real tutorial associated with the net fishing. Okay, we'll top up our fuel. And now let's go ahead. Why can't I go to the dock? Oh, I am at the dock. Duh. Okay, so we have 3.3 million. Now, the one I was looking at the end of the last episode is this one because I wanted to see this pilot house. I thought it looked really cool, and we can't really get a good look at it here. I don't know how you get up to that pilot house. But I just thought it would be really neat. But I was also looking at this thing. Decent. It can do 200-meter lines. It can do 8 of them. But its engine is really lightweight. It's really weak, underpowered. Has a high quota of 560, which right now we have a quota of 450. So it's got a decent quota. It's got a better quota than we have now. But I was also looking at... Was it this one? So this one was 1.2 million. This one is 1.9 million. Quota is 700,000, so a lot higher quota. It's actually got a smaller fuel tank than our current boat. We can do humongously long lines. And you can't do crab fishing. So I think this is the crab fishing boat we can't afford. Yeah. This is the snarl set. So that's a lower quota. So I don't want to get it because I don't want to get one with a lower quota. I want something with a higher quota. This one's faster, I think. Yeah, this one here is faster than the other one. This one's a very goofy high one. This one here, you can tell it's high because you look, it's a covered deck. This is actually the work deck is down below. And I think the Moby D is the only other one, and we could afford it, but it would wipe us out, and I don't want to do that. So I'm thinking we're going to go with this one, and we'll go with lines. Because this will give us the highest quota and everything, and it allows a crew of 5. So we'll be able to have lots of people working on the boat. And it takes a lot of cod. You'll be required to stack all your fish before selling them. Stacked fish must be gutted first and can be optionally frozen as well. You will need at least one crew member to stack the fish for you. Okay. There we go. There is our new boat. I really wanted to get out and look at it more. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades we can put on it. I need to come up with a name for it too. Let's see. We can upgrade the engine pretty decently. Let's go ahead and get the best radar. Is it going to force me to buy all the radars? Yes. God bless it. There. Got the best radar on it. Oh, we can get a gutting machine. Okay, so we have a gutting machine now. That's nice. I like that. So we could get a gutting machine too. I'm not going to buy that yet. We can upgrade. We can get long line hauler or net hauler. We want lines. And we can get a freezer. I'm going to go ahead and get a freezer. So we can put one crew. We can have one person stacking, one person gutting, one person stacking, one person freezing. Side thrusters, 500,000. Ooh. Yes. Okay. So now let's come to here. We still got 600,000 to spend. I am not going to get the longest one. Well, maybe I should, and then we just lay one net at each location. That's $250,000 for each one of those, though. We're going to get just one of these for right now. And then we're going to bait it. $50,000, $80,000, $40,000. So what's the blue one again? Is that the Pollock? Tan with the silver underbelly? No, that's green. This guy is sort of gray all over with just very little bit. This is... That looks like cod. Wait a minute. Cod is blue. Cod is blue. Okay. So these are good for cod. I don't want that. This is good for redfish. This is good. Okay, we're going to go with this one. Okay, so we've got one baited line. Now let's go and see if we can hire... We have only one person, and he is next to useless. Pot baiting and setting, freezing, stacking. This guy really sucks. He's got a big stamina, though. Well, we're going to have to hire him because that's the only choice we've got. Okay. Total crew cut 3.3. That sucks. There's only one person available. Is there any place else we can look for crew? Okay, well, wonder why I still have this. Maybe it's a job. That's why it's saying that. Okay, so we're fueled up. We're all set to go. Okay, now I want to get up and have a look around first. Ooh, look at this. Oh, what a fancy little seat we've got here. We've got, I noticed that in the last boat, we have two different screens, one for the radar and one for the sonar. Oh, look at this. I don't know if that's our freezer. I think this is the gutting machine. Oh, that was that back there. Nice. Can't go through there. Can't go... Oh, we can't go up there. This brings us up onto the bow. There's a crane to lower stuff into that hatch. Come up here. Oh, we can go up onto here even. Oh man, look at this. This is great. Oh yeah, this is the personnel hatch, this is the cargo hatch, okay. I don't know what these are for. Oh, here's where we bring in our lines right here. So we bring them in, we toss them in here, then we gut them. And then I think this is probably the freezer here. What's back here? We can't actually go back there. We can open the door, but we can't go back there. We've got their little bathroom here. What's in this section? Oh my goodness! Look at this boat! Got this little galley here, and what's in here? Here's Growler's office. Growler, you have an office. About darn time. Oh wow, there's even lower area. And you got a little bathroom in here. And engine room? I don't know. Very cool though. This ship is so amazing. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the engine started. There we go, and there's our side thrusters. Oh, and this one I really like just doing it from the inside view here. Can we turn off the interior lights? No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, running lights we want. No, that's not running lights. This is running lights. There we go. Why are we going to the left? Oh, my side thrusters are still thrusting us left. I wonder how you center that, except manually centering it. There we go. Growler likes this boat. This is a good boat. Should have named it Growler's Pride. That's a good name, Growler. We'll go for that. Okay. I don't know what these storage areas are back here. That's interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to look for pollock. There's a good pollock area right here, so that's where we're going to lay our first net. We'll see about laying... Actually, let's do this. This, that. Definitely not as fast. Okay, let's turn on the work lights and our searchlight. I discovered that Q and E turns the searchlight around, so I can do that. So let's go ahead and start laying our line. Oh, that must be where the lines, the stuff for the line sits, is in the back there. So we're going to need one more crewman. So right now we've got crewmen who can... Lance can gut and the other guy can stack. And then I guess Growler will have to stuff the stuff in the freezer himself. Definitely interested to see what we're going to get out of this. I think I got one of the 1,000-meter lines. Yeah, so I did get one of the big 10,000 hook lines. Or did I get two of them? No, I got one. I got one. Because if I'd gotten two, it would have almost wiped us out money-wise. But I'm hoping I'll pick up another one and then be able to drop it when I come back out for this. Alright. So this is going to take a bit, and we're going to have some time to blow, so I will go ahead and take care of this, and then I'll come back when we're ready to pull this guy in. Alright, we're back. Got some more exploring done. Boy, the radar range on this thing is great. It is slow as can be, though. It only does about 10 knots, maybe a little over. But we can upgrade the engine quite a bit, so hopefully we can upgrade that. I did some reading on the pots. I think we have to do all of it in first person on the boat, and I think I know how to do it now. So maybe next episode, I'll check it out between episodes. Next episode, maybe I'll go back and we'll look at how to do the crab potting, or maybe I'll just wait till we go up to a crabbing boat. There we go. Slow down here. Actually, let's do this. Okay. Lance, let's put you on haul, and Sander, we'll put you on machine gutting. Okay. And I need to change my perspective here so I can see better. So I haven't used a crew member to haul in the catch yet. There we go. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get up. Then we'll go down here. And here. Yeah, there we go. So Lance is doing this. And see there's fish going into there. Good job. Oh, we get to actually watch him do it. Why are you not gutting? Maybe the whole catch has to be in first? And I'm going to watch to see how this goes. But my thinking was when we'll, you know, when Lance is done and this guy's done, we'd swap their positions. But he doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. And I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to have to wait for Lance to finish his part. I watched a couple videos of actual line fishing. One of them that was on a boat. I couldn't tell how big it was, but it was a larger commercial boat. I'm not sure if it was quite as big as this one. Oh, cool. Good job, Lance. I didn't actually want you to do that, but okay. So you go ahead and move to freezing. And I don't know why it got us up put us back in the seat when we did that. So he's here. Okay, so I guess you have to finish that before you can go to the gutting station. So he's working on our gutting. He's not very good at anything. And this must be our freezer. So there we got guys in the freezer. Excellent. There's our slather upstairs. Oh, good. Look at a lot of lockers. Oh, a little hand washing station. Oh, trash can. Cupboard. I love this boat. This ladder over here doesn't work. Oh, wait. Yes, it does. That takes us right up on the bow. Oh, God. This boat is awesome. I love it so much. I have no idea where Lance went to. He's supposed to be sticking him in the freezer, but I don't see him doing anything. Alright. Well, we're out of time for today, so I guess that's going to be that. I'm liking this boat. I'm going to keep working on it, doing more line fishing. And as we make more money, I'll maybe get a third line going. So we get 3 lines going at once in different stages. So we get one placed out, pick up one, you know, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm really liking this. Now we need to work on earning our $4.5 million to get that big crabbing boat, and then we can give that a try. And then once we have all that going, we could work on getting one of the big trawlers, and then we can go out into the Atlantic, or actually into the North Sea, I think, and do that. But that's it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we will see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Growler, why are you here? Growler's time slot. Growler's here. What do you mean your time slot? We don't like to do time slot things. It's like sometimes the weekends are yours, sometimes the Lance's. It's just, you know, it's the way it is. Alright, let's swing. Alright. Oh my God. Where's the air in Badlands? What's that stupid looking thing? That's a robot. What am I doing? You're going to be like an adventurer. They call them vault hunters. What's the vault? Well, supposed to have all sorts of good stuff in it. Is it just me? You've been getting a little sun there, buddy. Well, of course I've been getting a little sun. And on these islands forever. You keep making me get naked and start over again. Well, it's good for you. You know, it builds character.